Simon Fenicio has been in stellar form. How has he recovered from his brilliant Boulder Cup win?
Yeah, no, he's good, Julio. He's coming through it pretty well. He's had 2 trips up here now, and he seems to be enjoying the travelling, and he settled in well after the race, and we're pretty happy with him.
Just a couple of key question marks going in: extra weight and obviously running out a strong staying trip.
He's always given the impression that I've held off. Troy's been at me for a while to step him up, so I've held off. He just seems to be racing pretty keen, but Troy said we tried to ride a little bit more positive to keep on Barnes till that's tail on Sunday, and Troy said he had him a little bit to do that, so it gives us the impression that it might be the right time now. He's by a VRC Derby winner, so the breeding's there. The mare, I think she went over 1800, so I think she's placed up to 2000 in Sydney, so there's a bit there to say it does. If we ride him a little bit quieter, he's capable of running these sectionals, which is going to make him pretty hard to beat.
Dion, how do you assess Amelia's Dancer's run in the Kalgoorlie and Boulder Cups?
His run in the Kalgoorlie Cup was full of merit. He finished 4th, but it was a day where they weren't making a lot of ground. He got back and had to circle some pretty slow runners. But then in the Boulder Cup the other day, I thought to finish 3rd it was full of merit. Realistically, he ran into 2 better horses on the day. I know that he got back on another day where they weren't making ground, which is quite common up here in Kalgoorlie. But the winner and the second horse, Barnsley Lad and Fenicio, did really have him soundly beaten. But going into the Kalgoorlie Cup, it's a different distance. The weight scale works better for us, certainly against those horses, because Barnsley Lad's not there and Fenicio meets us a lot worse off.
Yeah.
We have to carry a little bit of weight ourselves with 59, but the horse is in good order, and if he can switch off over the 2300, I'm confident he'll run a pretty bold race.
And you have Kalgoorlie specialist Dan Stake aboard, which must give you added confidence.
That's a really big edge having Daniel Stack on board, because he's won 4 Kalgoorlie Cups and he's a big player up here at Kalgoorlie, and the 3 horses he rode for Lou and I on Sunday last week run 1st, 2nd and 3rd, so that just goes to show the class of jockey he is and the right bloke to have on board up here. So look, glad to have Daniel on board. We still need things to go our way from the gate, but the horse is in good order and I give him a bold chance.
Dion Reprisal, a brilliant Broome Cup winner, but a little disappointing last time out at Belmont.
Well, his last run was pretty ordinary. Realistically, he just was under pressure from a fair way out and didn't really find the line at all. He did stop, but his run 3 weeks prior to that in the Broome Cup was full of merit. He's had an extra couple of weeks to get over his last run, and we've made a few little changes with him down south at his Capel property where he's trained by the old man Lou. And Lou wouldn't send the horse up with me to Kalgoorlie if he didn't give him a bold chance and wasn't reading the right signals. So that in itself should put good icing on the cake. And if all things play out well, which they should do from barrier 3, you'd like to think on his best form he's right in it.
Ryan, you've picked up the mount on Starlight Lady once again. How do you assess her form going in?
Yeah, no, she's going well. Obviously, she ran a 4th in the Perth Cup, only beaten a length and a half, and she's meeting Global Flirt and Classic Ivory a lot better at the weights. So I'll be looking for a really big run. I've only had 2 rides in her for a win, and she only got beat a length and a half the other time I rode her, and I got held up behind some slower horses. So hopefully from that gate we'll be out of trouble and be able to have a trouble-free run.
And she's a horse that appreciates a tempo up front, and you're going to get that on Saturday.
Yeah, that's one good thing about the Kalgoorlie Cup. You guarantee tempo, even if there doesn't look to be a lot on paper, you're guaranteed a lot. So they'll run along and we'll be steaming home. I'd be disappointed if she missed first 3, because her previous form and what she can do, she should be right in it.
Dan Ningaloo Blitz, 2 great victories in Kalgoorlie previously. A little disappointing last time out at Belmont Park.
Yeah, obviously beaten a little way last start at Belmont, but we went 3 weeks into that run, and the race sort of got to be run to suit her a little bit, and it wasn't that day. But she's come through it good, and yeah, with runs under her belt up here, should stand her in good stead, I think.
And how did she work this morning?
Really happy. Jordan rode her this morning there on the grass, and he was very happy with the work.
Is she a real live chance in this race? You go in with confidence?
She's a tough stayer, so I couldn't be happier with her at this point going in.
Big Josh's form moderate this time in, but was there something to take out of the Boulder Cup run?
Doing his best work late. I really liked the run actually, and going back a couple of starts, I was actually quite confident with him going into the Kalgoorlie Cup, even though that was only a mile and it's probably as short as he wants to go. And he finished 8th in that, but he was only actually beaten quarter of a length for 4th, and it was a bit of a mess up with the handicap. But so I think he's on target, and I was quite impressed with his work there this morning.
Can you split the pair?
Well, Ningaloo Blitz has probably got the runs on the board at this stage going in, but they're both proper stayers. I know they'll both run it right out, so I expect them to be thereabouts.
So don't discount Big Josh.
Not at all. You know, he's like I say, I think he should have probably run a clear third there the other day, and you know, moving on from that, 2300 will be more to his liking.